Hi friends! This week we're inside Yosemite National Park and we're heading out on a wintry adventure. Join me for a wonderful hike to the Yosemite Vernal Fall Footbridge. This trail begins at the east end of Yosemite Valley by the Happy Isles Nature Center. When shuttles are running, you can reach the trailhead from shuttle stop 16. The large valley parking lot is less than half a mile from the trailhead, but it can be inaccessible after a heavy snow, so the Half Dome Curry Village parking lot is also a good option. And if you take this path, you get a great view of the water from the Happy Isles Bridge along your way. I've shared the mist trail leading to both Vernal and Nevada Falls in the spring when the water is raging, but this is a completely different and wonderful experience in the winter too. It is important to note that after a fresh snow, the trail may be unmaintained, icy, and snowy here. Near the beginning of this trail, there are some great spots to get up-close views of the Merced River. From the trailhead, this hike is less than 2 miles round trip with 400 feet in elevation gain. Of course, it grows if you continue on to the top of Vernal or Nevada Falls, depending on weather conditions. And depending on the parking, if you have to start off from Curry Village, that adds approximately another 2 miles round trip to this trek. The Half Dome cables do come down in the winter season, and it's important to know all of the trail rules before you set out to have a safe and fun trip. This includes being bear aware because even in the winter season, Yosemite's black bears can be active in this area. Take time to enjoy the numerous signs along this path to learn more about the area. It's important to be aware that sections of the Mist Trail and the John Muir Trail here close due to snowy and icy conditions in the winter. Parts of this trail actually have overhang rocks which form large icicles, and they can fall onto the trail below. So areas can be covered in a thick layer of slick and treacherous ice. Always be aware of that and be prepared before planning your visit here in the winter. I love heading out on the trail here after a fresh winter snow. But before heading out on a winter hike here, please always check the NPS website for the most up-to-date information and trail status. And please respect the marked closures. Unfortunately, injuries and even deaths have occurred from slick and hazardous hiking conditions and falling on the ice here. Along this hike, there's a great overlook point too, where you can see Upper Yosemite Falls. In the winter months, it's always important to prepare properly for these hikes. Even though this is a short one, I always bring my micro spikes and my hiking poles. Now, I haven't really needed my poles today, but they can be a real lifesaver in slippery, icy conditions. I've seen my fair share of wipeouts along this trail in winter. Even though it's one of Yosemite Valley's easiest winter hikes, the snow and ice is not to be underestimated. You need more than just good hiking shoes. You need that snow and ice traction for this trail. Even when the trail is open in the winter months, there can be downed trees and lots of snow after storms, so be ready for a little bit of an adventure on this hike. It might not look it, but this is a fresh sheet of ice I'm walking across here, and that's why proper footwear is so important on this trail. It's hard to beat hiking along the fresh powder trails after a recent snow. But once the sun fades in the evening, the temperatures drop and the snowy trail can turn to ice for days or even weeks on end. As you approach the footbridge, you can actually hear the water flowing. This hike isn't particularly strenuous by any stretch of the imagination, but after gaining 400 feet in elevation, you will be thrilled to get your first glimpse at Vernal Fall as you cross this footbridge. Welcome to the footbridge. Vernal Fall crashes down over 300 feet. And this waterfall can slow to just a trickle by autumn, but once the winter snow starts falling, the waters pick up again. However, like most Yosemite waterfalls, Vernal Fall will be raging at its fullest come spring. Once you've enjoyed the views of the Merced River, both north and south of this footbridge, you can decide if you want to continue on the quarter of a mile to the John Muir and Merced Trail split or head back to the valley for more adventures. Yosemite waterfalls are known for flowing with the fullest volume in the springtime, but winter can be a great time to visit the Vernal Falls Footbridge Trail. While you encounter many hikers during the popular spring and early summer months, you likely won't see more than a handful of folks when you surround yourself with the winter snow here. When the breeze picks up, the trees release their snowflakes, and even when it's not snowing, it can feel like it's snowing on you. Well, as you can see, the mist trail is closed just past the footbridge, and that is often the case during the winter months. Please remember to obey the signs because it's for our own personal safety. If you do want to continue on hiking, there is an alternate winter route. The winter route up to Nevada Fall takes you up the John Muir Trail, but just make sure to check the MPS website because there can be winter closures here too. Thank you so much for joining me this week in Yosemite National Park. And for more information on this hike, see my full blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com, where I also have a complete Yosemite travel section with over 24 dedicated Yosemite posts and a complete Yosemite travel guide. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.